good to be back out there again. I'm pleased with some of the progress we're making. I can see glimpses of it from some of the young players. And it was great to have some guests today at practice from the Special Olympics of New Jersey. It's an organization I think our players really enjoy being around, and I know that the young people in that organization love coming to practice and having a chance to rub elbows with guys like Leonte Carroo. And I think Leonte might have caused quite a stir by giving away his gloves, so there might be some other guys out there that have to give away their gloves here in a couple minutes, but that'll be a good thing for us. Questions?
Coach, your thoughts on the quarterback competition, second day in?
My thoughts are that it's early. It's really early. I see some good things from both guys. I'm pleased with how they're throwing the ball. I don't know that they're where they need to be just yet from a decision-making process, nor did I think they would be after 2 practices. It's going to be something that we're going to have to really look at over the course of spring. But I'm pleased with the way that the top 2 guys are throwing the ball right now.
Cal, Nick Arch has a little more experience at tight end than the other guys, but he doesn't have huge numbers, and I know he was hurt a little last year. Does the experience help him there, or is it closer to even because he didn't play that much last year?
I think the experience definitely helps him, and I think where you see it help him is our ability to use him in some different spots. He's a guy who lines up on the line. He lines up flexed out. He can line up in the backfield. So he's a very versatile player, and it's hard to be a versatile player before you've got a little bit of experience and some knowledge of the game. So I think he'll give us the opportunity to be very flexible with him as we go forward.
Kyle, I know spring is a time you can experiment a little bit with position changes. Anything you've done that you think could work out?
I guess right now the one that's probably most obvious is Miles Nash. Playing at the rush position. We're trying to. Miles is an excellent athlete, good football player. We're trying to figure out where the best place for him is within our program. And he flashed today a couple times. He made some plays today. Some of those DBs, they may be moving back and forth from corner to safety at some point. And the offensive linemen are all moving around in different spots for the most part, with a couple of exceptions. So I think that'll probably be the extent of it for the spring, but I think that's good.
How was the offseason for Robert Martin? Did you want him to gain weight, or how did he come back for his second camp after finishing strong?
I don't get fixated on the weight because I think when players and coaches get fixated on weight, you can put on bad weight just to achieve a number goal. That's not what we're looking for. I think by the time we get to next season, Robert will be a bigger, more powerful version of what he was last year. I think he's had a good offseason so far. I think for him it's probably been very beneficial now. He's over a calendar year from when he had his injury in high school, and that'll be a positive too as he goes forward. Because that first year, a good portion of it's rehab. Now, this most recent year has been about training.
Another running back, Desmond Peoples. What are you looking for out of him this spring?
All those running backs. Yeah, I alluded to this the other day. Protect the ball, protect the quarterback, and then show us how much you can do. The ability to be flexible, the ability to play in multiple spots, to catch the ball out of the backfield. I think that's the strength of that group as a whole, and a guy like Dez has shown in the past that he can do those things too.
How does the evaluation work with the offensive line when guys are kind of shuffling so much from different positions? You kind of just get a feel for them on the field, and then you'll figure it out where they fit best? Or?
The evaluation really will come down to who are the best 5, and then how do you build the depth from there? You got to start with who the best 5 are, because those are the ones who are going to go out there for the first game and the first play and all that. But once you figure that out, then you got to strategize a little bit about, okay, are we going to be a team that has a second center, a third guard, and a third tackle, or do we have one guy who's the 6th man who is head and shoulders above the rest of the guys behind him and has the ability to play in a couple different spots? And you can go about it that way too. So I'm not sure which one we are yet, but we're still trying to figure out who the first 5 are.
Kyle, Brandon Russell, what did you see from him during his redshirt year, and how do you evaluate him now, being limited but still competing for that starting spot?
Yeah, a little limited right now. Hopefully that won't be the case the entire spring. We'll get a chance to see him out there 100%. His greatest asset is his speed. I think he reads diagnosis well, and now he's got to make the plays within the framework of the defense. And this will be his largest body of work, his largest time span, where he'll get a chance to do that. And now that the pads will go on Friday, I think we'll get a little bit more realistic vision of where a lot of these guys are, not just Brandon.
Kevin Wilkins kind of got off to I know he started late last year. Where is he at right now after a full season? And is nose tackle position, you want one guy, or one main guy, or you always gonna have? Can you split two guys?
No, you talk to Coach Banagos, we'd like to play 10 or 12 defensive linemen if we could, if we felt like we had that kind of depth. I don't know if we have that just yet. We're certainly going to play 8. You know, I'd be hard pressed to see us not playing that many. Where is he at? I think you asked me on Friday. I'll have a little bit more information for you when the pads go on. When the linemen, more than anything, when they're running around in shorts and helmets, it's not a great picture of what they really are. I think on Friday we'll start to see the picture a little bit.
Coach, at corner, Blassan Austin, he seems kind of smooth for a freshman out there. What are your thoughts on him early?
I think he's feeling his way. I think he's made a couple plays. That's probably why you feel that way in practice. But I see some others where he's a little bit hesitant, and that's to be expected. And he hasn't even been here a full semester yet. So I think his athleticism is showing right now, and as he becomes more comfortable with the system, I think we'll get a better idea of where he's going to be in the fall.
A guy like Longo, who's played so much, how do you measure improvement with a guy like him? Like, what are you looking to see from him this spring?
Yeah, well, I would like to see him take his game to the next level. I'd like to see him make more plays than he has within the defense. You know, certainly not outside of the defense. And now his opportunity, and maybe a little bit of where he'll be measured, will be in his leadership, because this is his 4th year now with us. It'll be his 3rd year playing, and now he's going to have the opportunity to be the voice, you know, at that level of the defense.
Are you an April Fool's guy, Kyle? Did you play any pranks on anybody? Anybody play on you?
I did not play any pranks on anybody. Chris Muller snuck up on me in practice, but I don't think it was an April Fool's. I think he was just a little bit excited about being out there, which was good. It was a good thing. I am not generally an April Fool's guy.
That's good. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.